just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. It is picked up by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. A pickup there of 13. That's enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is tough here on the opening drive, because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 29.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll send a tight end in motion right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good, and the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. And we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason at the end of the night.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And this will be incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot. And
no chance at all. He'll go down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll go right and find his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Throwing now on third and long. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Tight end, the motion man to the right. He finds his big tight end.
We'll give a little credit here, defense.
This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kicking team on for the extra point. He's got it. And the visitors move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Now, faking the give. And that is going to be knocked away. Incomplete. And with that, time has expired here in the opening quarter. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion, heading left. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give on the ground. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. 3rd and 9. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 1st down and 1 shy of 100. That was his 99th catch of the year.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll get this out wide. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They motion a receiver right. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. He is in. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. It's complete. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll go with a counter on first down, and he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. To the goal line and in.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and good. And his guys get back in it. It is 21-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. They'll send their tight end left. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They send the tight end in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Now a run on 1st down. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. They'll motion a tight end right. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Now they'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. He's going to pick up the first down and more. 14 yards on the pickup there.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This one caught at the 4. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. This about as short as you can get. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the visitors have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it.
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It is a big play on 1st down. 38 yards. Motion man set right. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down. Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half They picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They're all set to punt this one away. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. So now this team's offense about ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The drive will start on the ground, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
He's going to let this one go deep. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Now, faking the give. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. This team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now a give up the middle, and the defense there to meet up. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Here in the second half, you find yourself trailing late. Every single possession is critical. You can't waste any of them. But now, after that 3rd down sack, got to imagine a punt is coming. The likelihood of a comeback just continues to go down.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They're going to motion the tight end over here. His throw left side is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Tight end motioning left. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs, and defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Up the middle they go. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. They send the tight end in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Handoff here, up the middle, and a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. One of the tight ends motions right. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he's into the end zone yet again. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the visitors stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. One of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Quick throw here is complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's that man again. Another catch.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
2nd and goal this close to the end zone. It makes sense, Mike, to keep the ball on the ground, but what you're not planning for is that you suffer a loss. So give credit to this defense. They've now changed the entire equation. It's 3rd and goal, but they're not so close anymore.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Now the try here for the point after. He gets it to go. And the visitors add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The defense has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And they will score again. This time it's the defense. And, Greg, this just adds to what has been a one-sided affair from the start.
Yeah, and on a day where it just seems like nothing has gone their way, this fumble return for a touchdown kind of just adds injury to insult. There's days, Mike, where you just don't have your best and the other team has the upper hand, and I think it's pretty clear today is one of those days.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Now they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. One of the tight ends motions right. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Try the right side this time. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the air one more time. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So it's a win for our visitors. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.